Welcome, Lincoln Nation. We're back on the air. I'm your host, MC2 Rusty Pang, and you are watching Anchored. A lot has happened since we aired the last episode of The Boat Show, so here is your RCOH update for the past year. We said goodbye to our old CEO, Captain Alexander, and said hello to Captain Carl Thomas. In addition to that, we've clocked over 5,000 hours of COMREL activity. Despite all the extra time we are investing in the community, we are ahead of schedule on a lot of our teams on the ship. And as you have noticed, the ship looks a lot more like a construction yard than a warfighting aircraft carrier. Later in this episode, we celebrate the 101st birthday of the Dental Corps, and Lincoln sailors go visit Hampton, Virginia to help Habitat for Humanity build a home for the needy. But first, let's go live to our CPO 365 correspondent, MC3 Mason Campbell. Campbell, I hear the chiefs are gathering. Do you have any exciting news about the transformation process?
Yes, Pang, we bring you here to the ship where, as you can see, there's a large... Well, I don't know really what that is. It's all kind of been blurred out. We're not really allowed to record. But I guess if you can kind of, make it out for yourself, there's a large gathering of chiefs and chief selectees moving up into the ship where we can only assume that certain things are going to happen.
We'll get back to Campbell when he has something more specific to report.
Hard hat, apply directly to the head. Hard hat, apply directly to the head. Hard hat, apply directly to the head. Hard hat, for your safety. iPro, apply directly to the face. iPro, apply directly to the face. iPro, apply directly to the face. iPro, for your safety. And new from the makers of Hard Hat and iPro. Introducing Ear Pro. Loud noises, Ear Pro. Insert directly into ears. Ear Pro. For your safety.
Lincoln Nation, there are only a few things that get better with age. One? Oh, most definitely. Me? Not so much. Now, the Dental Corps, they recently celebrated their 101st birthday. We have MC2 Zachary Welch on scene sinking his tooth into the celebration of this historic time. Welch?
Thanks, Pang. Here we are on the Pfaff Galley, only moments away for the cake cutting, celebrating the 101st birthday of the Dental Corps. Back in the early 1900s, the Navy rejected potential naval recruits for a substandard team. The solution to this problem resulted in the establishment of the Dental Corps in August of 1912. Today, dental personnel deploy routinely with Marine units and aboard ships, assisting in triage and surgical support. So I'm here with Lieutenant Myers. Lieutenant Myers, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Okay, cool. Lieutenant Myers, tell me, what is the importance of the Dental Corps being around 101 years?
I mean, the Dental Corps being around for 101 years signifies a lot. I mean, obviously, if we've been around for 101 years, the need has been there for the entire time. We basically make sure that our sailors and Marines are going to the forefront with no pain, hopefully ready for combat.
Happy birthday, Dental Corps!
So here we are, celebrating yet another year of the Navy's ability to protect the bright young mouths of America. Back to you, Pang.
Happy birthday, Dental Corps. 101 years and not a day over 2. Let's take a break.
He can launch aircraft simply by whistling Dixie. He taught King Neptune the sailor's creed, underwater. He was the first man awarded the Medal of Honor, simply by swearing in. He once played Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, only with a bosun's pipe. He is the most interesting sailor in the world.
I don't always drink, but when I do so responsibly. Stay vigilant, my friends. Stay vigilant.
I'm EM3 Jones. I'm an electrician. I work in engineering E division. The work we have, usually we do WAFs, a lot of tag outs now that we're in RCOH. Still have a few trouble calls, and other than that, we do a lot of layup maintenance. And we still change lights, fix receptacles, because those are things that the ship always needs, no matter what. So that's a lot of the trouble calls that we get now that we're in the yards. Is my favorite part about RCOH is probably the fact that I don't have to worry about being away from my family and friends for long periods of time that we're not going underway.
Welcome back, America. Have you ever seen Extreme Home Makeover? Have you ever seen Extreme Home Makeover without crying? Not this guy. I cry like a little baby every time. And when I'm crying like a little baby, I often wonder, what would it be like to be on site, swinging a hammer, helping a needy family? Well, we've got our own local chapter of the Habitat for Humanity that is building a home in Hampton, Virginia. And guess what? Our sailors are volunteering to help. We sent MC3 Sean Hillier on site to report on what's going on there. Hillier?
Thanks, Peng. I'm here at a construction site in Hampton, Virginia, where Lincoln sailors have taken part with Habitat for Humanity to give back to the community that's housed us over these past few months. Habitat for Humanity is a non-profit, Christian-based organization to help every man, woman, and child have a decent, safe, and affordable place to live. So what are we doing out here today?
Today we are building houses here for Habitat for Humanity because it's been our home for the past year. We just want to give back, and yeah, it's a good time just out here. Good experience, having fun.
Lincoln sailors have provided over 1,820 total man-hours at this location. So I'm here with Franklin Hampton from Habitat for Humanity. Frank, what have we done to contribute to this?
Exactly, y'all contribute the manpower, the labor actually, and the more labor and the skills that we have, the faster we could put the house up with good weather, and that seems to help a lot.
Helping out our community is very important to the Lincoln sailors, but as much as I love to get involved, I prefer to leave it up to the professionals. Like that? So we had a lot of fun out here with the Habitat for Humanity folks. Got a lot of work accomplished. Back to you in the studio, Peng.
Well, that'll do it for us, folks. Thanks for watching. I'm MC2 Rusty Peng.
Well, wait, we have one more story.
One more? What story?
The chief story.
Campbell put together his story. Well, folks, looks like we have one more story for you. Campbell has actually assembled some real information on the CPO 365. So let's go to his piece. Let's roll it.
With the chief pinning ceremony on the horizon, we see a lot of activity on board the Lincoln. Along the lines of what the chief selectee has to go through during the process of CPO 365, it becomes important to know just what a chief is. I found my knowledge lacking in these areas of chief comprehension, so I took a trip to the ship to get a better idea from our sailors of just what exactly a chief petty officer is.
When you hear the word chief, what's the first thing you think of?
Trouble. Anchors.
Anchors. Just
Anchors.
Coffee.
A deck plate on the leadership and actually making things happen.
Is it true chiefs run the Navy?
No.
Well, my chiefs tell us that second classes run the Navy.
Is it true that second classes are actually the people who run the Navy?
That's a trick question.
Is it true chiefs run the Navy?
Yes.
Absolutely true.
Hold on. Just cut it up.
Yes, we do. We run the Navy.
What's the difference between you and a superhero? Green Lantern, Superman, Batman?
Being a chief is reality. The rest of it is fiction.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, I wonder the same thing.
There's no real difference between a chief and a superhero, other than the powers.
We're invisible.
You're invisible?
Mm-hmm. I'm like the invisible man. That's more powerful, right?
Yeah, you blew me away right then and there.
Would it be more powerful than Superman?
I have no idea. No, because Superman couldn't see him, could he? Damn.
Exactly right.
So we see them. We see those selectees walking around with the boxes. What do you think's inside of the box?
I think their anchors are inside the box.
Could you tell us what's in those boxes?
Yeah, they're M&Ms.
When you pick up Chief, you'll find out.
I can't.
I was getting a lot of good information, but I felt like I needed a real expert on the situation to give me the right answer to the big question I had.
Who-ya?
Oh, absolutely. Hoo-yah.
Thank you, Chief. I appreciate it.
After the testimony we've heard here today, it should become clear as to what a Chief Petty Officer actually is. Through what we were told in our experiences in the Navy, there always seems to be a Chief Petty Officer operating at the center of any command. We may never understand what happens or what goes on in a Chief's mess. But the passion and fervor seen in the individuals we've interviewed here today sure paints a promising picture for the future of the Chief Petty Officers in which we trust. I'm Petty Officer Campbell. Back to you in the studio, Pang.
Well, folks, that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in to the first episode of Anchored. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up down below or leave a comment. We'd love to get your feedback. Also, check out the description. There are other products there and links to our other social media websites, especially the Penny Press. The Penny Press and some of these products that we produce highlight the faces and the stories of sailors aboard Lincoln. Until next time, stay safe and stay salty.